you ever wanted to pray, but suddenly you just couldn't find the words? Maybe you found yourself sitting there with a heavy heart, trying so hard to find something to say, but nothing came out. That moment when you want to express yourself so much, but you feel empty, like language itself has left you. This happens to all of us, sometimes in the hardest moments of life. Maybe you've been so overwhelmed by worry, sadness, or even fear that your mind just froze. You sit in silence, staring blankly, and you wonder if this silence stops your prayers. Can God hear what I can't put into words? Does my inability to speak mean my prayer ends there? In these quiet moments, a big question comes up. If I can't speak, does God still listen? Is silence an empty space, or is it a special place where God comes even closer to us? Sometimes, silence is all we have to give, and yet it can say more than 1,000 words. The truth is, prayer doesn't need perfect words or fancy speaking, otherwise you wouldn't be speaking in tongues. It's not about how pretty our sentences are, but how honest our heart is. Prayer is most of all a connection, an invisible link that joins us to God, even when we can't say a single word. God doesn't expect us to be great speakers or always find the right words. He hears the quiet cries of our heart, the deep sighs, the silent tears. He understands the pain that can't be said, the shy hopes, and even the silent doubts. David in the Psalms said, "I was silent, but my heart was burning within me." Psalm 39:3. My heart was burning. Let's pause for a moment. The same David declared, "As a man thinks in his heart, so is he." This means that, even in silence, you are forced to focus your thoughts on what you truly desire. Your silence isn't a wall, but a bridge to a deeper closeness with the one who knows your heart even before you speak. In silence, God is there, listening, ready to take everything you carry, even what you can't say. Don't be afraid of silence. Sometimes it's the truest language of prayer. Silence isn't an absence, it's not an empty space. Silence can be a language. Sometimes it's in silence that our heart cries the loudest. God looks at your heart. The heart is where emotions from your thoughts come from, so it's super important to control your thoughts and only focus on the good stuff. In short, avoid negative thoughts with all your might. God reads your heart, not just your mouth. In the same way, the Spirit helps us in our weakness. We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit Himself intercedes for us through wordless groans. Romans 8:26. God hears your sighs. He sees what you can't express. Because God isn't limited to your voice, He reads your heart. And, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. This reminds us that our thoughts shape our reality. If we grow positive and kind thoughts, they will show in our actions and our surroundings. On the other hand, negative thoughts can pull us into a spiral of doubt and worry.